Goalkeeper Bruce Grobbelaar. I've just been able to join our man in Rome, Alan Parry.
Graham Souness, the skipper, congratulations, another great night. Did you ever have any doubts, and let's be honest, during the penalties that Liverpool were going to win? You planned the penalties?
Yeah, of course we did. No, a tremendous result. I think that's got to be the greatest result, not only in our club's history, but maybe in any club's history, to come here and win a European Cup on someone else's territory. I mean, it showed, I know you talk about character, and we've spoken about character many times this year, but that's what it's all about, that tonight. Not one of our lads flinched from any tackle, from any run that had to be done. And who's going to stop him next year? Who's going to stop us next year?
When it got to the penalty stage, was there a lot of discussion amongst the players about who would take it?
But tell you so, when did we leave Tuesday? We trained on Monday, had penalties, and I think there was one person scored.
Yeah, it was against the youngsters as well, our youngsters, and our youngsters killed us off.
Of course, you had to face their 5 penalties. You looked as if you were really lapping it up, enjoying the whole thing.
Well, it's a cruel way to go down anyway, in anyone's mind. I feel sorry for their keeper, because to lose on penalties, it's just such a shame, you know. Maybe if there was another game, maybe, you know, but the rules are laid down and the penalties it was, and unfortunately they missed one too many.
You look as though you're itching to take one yourself at the end.
Well, actually, I was supposed to take mine before Alan Kennedy. I don't know how he got in there first.
Changed it to after Alan Kennedy.
Well, he scored this time. The last 2 times we've been on penalties, he's missed the goal completely. So, you know, all well and good.
I think back there in the dressing room, Steve Nicol must be a very relieved young man.
Yeah, I mean, Nico, to be fair, I mean, I said to Neely in the centre circle, I said, do you want to take the first one? He said, yeah, whatever. And Stevie Nicol said, I want to take the first one. I mean, he's about 21 years old. European Cup final, maybe, I don't know how many millions watching. I want to take the first one, and that's what it's all about.
I would think if ever any professional sportsman earned his money, it was the penalty takers tonight, because that situation must be the tensest you could possibly face.
At the end of the game, we had said, great lads, we know we're patting each other on the back, because we'd done well tonight. I think we maybe deserved to win it. They might think differently, but I felt we deserved to win it. And we were patting each other on the back, saying, you know, we've done a great job tonight. We've come here, we've played them. I mean, we wanted to play these in the semi-final, you know, because we knew that they would beat any of the other 2 semi-finalists. We came here, done a great job, a tremendous job. So we felt we had done our work. Never mind the penalties, but I mean, it is great to win it. We wouldn't be so high, obviously, if we hadn't won it on penalties, but we've won it. Feel sorry for them, but it was kind of unfair us playing them on our home ground, Alan.
How on earth do you get worked up again, motivated for next season now? 3 trophies, 1 season, a 4th European Cup. People must wonder how you can keep driving yourselves on.
I think all the boys will do it in Swaziland when we go out next week.
The show went up in the dressing room. No drinking tonight, because we have 2 big games in Swaziland.
Against Tottenham, so, you know, watch out Tottenham, here we come.
Well, Joe, I know you pride yourself on being an unflappable character, but I think even you on a night like this must have been feeling it, weren't you?
Yes, I was feeling it. At the same time, I wasn't. I feel more for the players, for the supporters of the club, more than myself. And I'm glad it turned out right for all of them.
What did you think when poor Steve Nicol missed that first penalty?
I had no thoughts at all, actually, Alan. Not one thought in my head. I was just sitting there and I thought, we had a bad time at penalties over the years, and I thought, well, if it's got to happen, it's got to happen. But the one thing I said to them before they took them, I said, look, whatever happens during the penalty-taking competition, I'm proud of you all. I was proud of them whether we lost the penalties, or well, I'm proud of them now that they've won them, but it made no difference to me. The difference was the lads wanted to win it, supporters wanted to win it, and that's what I'm pleased about.
Our congratulations to Joe, to the team, and to their supporters. Well, next week in Sports Night,
Liverpool's European Cup win in Rome last night. Italian police tried to segregate the rival supporters, but at least 40 others were injured in clashes. But for once, it was not the English fans who started the trouble.
Only 3 Liverpool fans were arrested, and overall, their supporters are being regarded as virtually blameless for any trouble there might have been in Rome last night.
It's just because they got beat, that's all it was, you know. She started burning the ground down and everything, like, you know, after the match. Oh, fires all over the ground, bottles coming over at us and everything, you know.
One group of 50, whose coach driver had abandoned them, was brought by the police to the British Embassy, where they were quite literally dumped on the doorstep to spend an uncomfortable night before being able to get in to ask for help.
We come here and they wouldn't even open the gates for us. They didn't want to know us last night.
So how did you all spend the night?
We slept here, just slept around here, just dossed around here. That was it. They wouldn't give us a drink of water, wouldn't let us use the toilets or nothing. So we just stayed there, like, that was it. It's only now that you come that we got inside.
One man, Mr. George Sharp, will be in hospital for 2 weeks after undergoing surgery for a serious knife wound.
Ian Sharp, I think you were with your dad when he was knifed. What actually happened?
We were just walking along the road to go back to the bus to get back to the coach, and we were just like set up on, like, just attacked us for no reason really.
On the team's return to Merseyside, Liverpool's captain Graham Souness carried the most precious piece of luggage. Only civic officials were there to see the European Cup. As a safety precaution, the public had been banned from the airport. But the pilot of another aircraft showed his true colours, waving a Liverpool flag from the cockpit. It's the 4th time Liverpool have won the European Cup, and according to their captain, their greatest triumph.
That's the biggest achievement, or the greatest achievement that any club has ever achieved. OK, it's easy to pat yourself on the back.
And on a tour of the city this evening, there were tens of thousands of Liverpudlians who wanted to do just that. For Liverpool have already won the League and the Milk Cup. The victors travelled for nearly 14 miles aboard an open-topped bus to display soccer's most prestigious trophy, and one that supporters outside the Anfield ground have come to regard as the